Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Christian Cabahug here. Welcome to the series Bench Press. This is episode 4. We're covering advanced assistance exercise. We're going to switch it up. It's not going to be a voiceover. We're going to just record everything straight raw and go straight into it. First one, bench press with resistant bands. Now if you have trouble locking out your bench press, this would be one of the best exercises to do. And again, like I said, it's episode 4 on advanced assistance exercise. So if you're new to bench press and you haven't been bench pressing for a while, I recommend just focusing on the basic techniques and assistance exercises. Then you can move on to something like this. So let's get straight to it. I have that side set up. I'm gonna show you how I set it up here. So I have a 75-pound dumbbell. You're not gonna be lifting that weight. It's just there to hold the band. You need something quite heavy. You get your resistant band and you loop it right under. Then you pull both ends, bring all the way to the bar and set it just like that. I have a 5-pound weight just as a demonstration. Here you go. So you should have a lot of tension. This is pretty close to your lockout. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Same setup. If you guys watched other episodes, you want to set up exactly the same. Squeeze your shoulder blades. You want the bar at eye level. Feet under your knees for the leg drive. And this is where it gets really tricky. So once you have your setup all done, when you unrack it, it's gonna pull you down. So get ready. So right over here, boom. So you're gonna see that is shaking a little bit, which is really good once you move on to your regular bench press, because this works on your stabilizers. So it's pulling me down right now. As I go down, the resistance gets a lot lesser and it becomes a lot easier. So from here, I'm gonna push and it's gonna get harder at the top. So it's gonna add a lot more weight as you go up. So you don't wanna add too much weight to where you can't even push it. You want it to about maybe 30, 40, around 50, maybe at the most, to your 1 rep max, and just work out with that. So you can do reps of this. So go bring it back down, push, down, push, just like that. Okay, so again, it helps with stability and helps with your lockout. It's gonna transfer over. When I remove the bands, it feels like butter. It's so smooth. It goes up and down really fast. I would say that was my biggest struggle on my bench press, was always a lockout. There's other exercises you can do, work on your triceps, and there's I'm gonna show you another exercise you can do, but this is probably one of my favorite ones. So definitely give it a try. We'll go on to the second one. Alright guys, so for exercise number 2 is the pin press. So you would have to go on a squat rack if you were to go to 24 Hour Fitness or Planet Fitness, whatever gym you're at. Just go to a squat rack and you should have like the safety pins there. Just set it up for bench press. Now when you set up the safety pins, you want to set it to where it's about, where the bar is about 2 to 3 inches above your chest. And the reason for that, I'll show you right over here. So I bring the bar down, is for the bottom half of the bench press. Now, I'm sure many of you guys struggle at the bottom when you bring it down. Everything feels good, feels light, and as soon as you get to the bottom half, you get that little push and you're just stuck right here, right? And you're struggling to just get past through here. And you know that when you have a spot, the moment you get to about right here, you're fine. You're totally fine. So, but you struggle on the bottom half. So one of the best exercises I recommend for that would be this pin press. Same exact setup, feet under your knees, squeeze your scapula, your shoulder blades, same grip. And the way you would load on here is you can load much higher than the one with the bands. I would say typically around 75 to 80% of your 1 rep max. And just because it's safer, you can set it on the the pins. It's much safer. So from here, get your setup and you press just like a regular bench press. Bring it down, and you want to reset it, but don't loosen your muscles. You want to keep that tightness in your back. Continue to squeeze the bar. Still have your leg drive. Keep everything tight when you leave it on the pins. So from here, do it again. Press and bring it down. And the good thing about this is that you don't have the bounce on your chest or the rebound or the momentum. So you're forced to use your chest, your back, and your deltoids a lot more when you're pressing this. So again, I'm gonna demonstrate it from here. Press all the way up and control going down. Set it without losing tightness. Press again. Bring it down without losing tightness and press. Just like that. And again, doing about 75 to 80% of your 1 rep max. You could totally load it up. You're safe. You have the pins there to keep you. If you get stuck, you can always slide right under. So yeah, again, I recommend doing exercise 2 if you're struggling on the bottom half of your lift. Alright guys, so exercise number 3 is the floor press. Another underrated exercise. I have a yoga mat here. Again, you have to do this on a squat rack if you're to do it at the gym. So here I have the J hooks set up as if I'm doing a regular bench press, laying down on the floor, same exact thing. You can either have your feet flat, placed flat on the floor, or just keep your legs nice and straight. Either one's fine. I recommend doing this, that way you don't have any leg drive at all. So the good thing about this exercise is, again, it helps you with, just like the resistant bands, it helps you with the lockout. The difference with this is that the tension isn't getting harder as you go up. Okay, so it's gonna feel much similar to a regular bench press. Now again, if you're struggling with your lockout, this would be the perfect exercise. So you just unrack it, just like this, bring it down, and you're gonna stop right over here. Your elbow is gonna hit your elbow, your triceps is gonna touch the floor. You could even do a little pause if you wanna do that, and just bring it right up. So this helps tremendously on your lockout portion of your bench press. So just set it like that. Again, this is great because you're not using any leg drive, you have no momentum, and it feels much closer to a regular bench press. So like this, back up. I want to do this by myself only because you will be loading a lot of weight onto the bar. Just like the pin press, I would say about 75 to 80% of your 1 rep max. You can go a little bit lighter, really depends up to you. But if you really want to build your 1 rep max on your bench press, you want to get stronger, this isn't much more for bodybuilding purposes. So I recommend doing that and just loading up the weight. You need a spot on this one, because if you were to get stuck with 75% of your 1 rep max over here, this is gonna be problems. So just make sure you have a spot when you're doing this. And that's pretty much it. As far as reps and sets and reps, I would say about 3 sets for each exercise. For the assistance exercise with the bands, keep it in the high rep range, about 12 to 15. And for the pin press, floor press, you want to keep it around 6 to 8 reps, 3 sets, and you're good. Now you're probably wondering, when do I do this? Do I have a day where I do all 3? Do I do this before my bench press or after? What I do is I do it after. I recommend it that way. Do your regular bench press, your full workout, and then you can go ahead and add one of the assistance exercise. Not all of them, not all 3, just one. Maybe the week after you can switch it and go to like a pin press, depending on what you're weak at. So again, do your full workout, add one of these at the end, have a spot, keep it safe, and that's about it. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's not a voiceover, I didn't really plan it, I just went on and yeah, that was it. Oh my god, I'm stuttering. Anyway, I better go before I stutter more. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, set your notifications on. See you guys in the next one. Peace.